What's up, YouTube? D-Love back with another episode of whatever I end up calling this show that has no name yet. This week, going to talk about a label called the Artisan Era. You can hear the soundtrack for tonight, the background music, if you will. The new one from the Black Dahlia Murder, Verminous. Killer record. Not going to talk about it much tonight because everybody else on the internet has already talked about it. All I'm going to say is pick it up. Okay, let's get into it. The Artisan Era. They were founded in 2014 in Nashville, Tennessee, by Malcolm Pugh and Mike Lowe from the band Inferi. Label focuses on technical death metal with a little bit of black metal splashed in there. And the label kind of started as a way for these guys to release their own music without the interference of typical label bullshit. They wanted to do things their way, and they've definitely done that since they started the label. First band that I'm going to talk about tonight, it's on the Artisan Era, is Inferi. This is their 2018 record called Revenant. These guys are a technical melodic death metal band. This record is based on Dante's Inferno. The band kind of gives their own spin to the story. Lyrical content on this record is great. They tell a great story. They don't get cheesy with it. The band was heavily influenced by the Black Dahlia Murder. You can hear that on this record and in the lyrical content. Record even features an appearance by Trevor Sternad doing the vocals of Lucifer on one of the tracks. Killer record. A lot of melody, a lot of technicality, a little bit of chaos. Definitely one worth checking out. Another album by Inferi that you need to check out is their latest release, The End of an Era, Rebirth. This is a re-recording of their 2009 full length. Everything was re-recorded from the ground up, new production, new everything. The band's gone through some lineup changes over the years. This record is no exception. It features new vocalist Steve Boiser. I hope I said that correctly. According to the band, they wanted to show the growth of the band over the years and how much they had changed since 2009. Apparently they weren't happy with the sound of the 2009 record, and so the band just said, fuck it, we'll re-record the whole thing. They've got updated artwork. Everything on this release is updated from the 2009 version. So pick it up, check it out. All of the stuff that I'm going to talk about tonight is available at theartisanerastore.com. I'll drop a link to that down below. So, hop over there, check it out, pick up some shirts, CDs, vinyl, if that's what you're into. They've got a little bit of everything, super reasonably priced. It's a great way to check out a lot of the bands on that label. Another band on the label is another band by founder Malcolm Pugh called Loathing, Requiem. This is a solo project by Malcolm. He does everything on both of the releases for this band. Guitar, bass, vocals, drums. with a lot of one-man bands, usually extremely proficient at one instrument, passable at the rest. You may end up getting a drum machine or something like that for one of the instruments. Not here. This is the 2010 release called Psalms of Misanthropy. It's not quite as polished and fleshed out as the follow-up, but you can definitely see where Malcolm is going and where his head is at with his writing with this band. Man, the guy's so talented. He's a brutal singer. He's a super technical guitar player. The drumming for a guy who is not necessarily a drummer, out of this world. The bass playing, I mean, Malcolm's freaking total package. If you're not familiar with him, check out a Loathing, Requiem, and Inferi, and see what he's capable of, because holy shit, the guy is a madman. 2015 follow-up to that record is called Acolytes Eternal. It's kind of more of the same, but it's a little more fleshed out. It's a little more polished. Malcolm really kind of came into his own with his concept and his idea on this record of what the band is all about. Both of these records have recently been issued on vinyl that you can pick up over at the Artisan Era store. Both of them were released in a couple of different variants. There's some bundles over there. So if you're into vinyl, if you're one of those variant collectors, there's a couple of things for you over there on the store. Two last bands to talk about on the label. One is Mordant Rapture. They are a symphonic technical death metal band. Symphonic is not usually a word that you hear mixed in with technical death metal, but these guys do it the right way. This is an EP, 5-song EP that they released on the Artisan Era called the Abnegation. Definitely worth a listen. Last band on the label for tonight, the Odious Construct, with a 5-song EP called Shrine of the Obscene. These guys are just a straight up technical death metal band. I have no idea where these guys find the bands that are on Artisan Era, because every single band is ridiculous with the talent levels in the band. Every band, you're going to hear something killer and amazing on a record. Whether it be the bass playing, the guitars, the drums, the vocal performance, you're going to hear something that absolutely stands out. And this band is just kind of a total package. Neither one of Mordant Rapture or Odious Construct I hear enough about. So do yourself a favor, do the band a favor, check them out. Download some of the tunes over at Bandcamp. They've got digital downloads for this stuff up over there that you can pick up. May 1st, Bandcamp is doing another promotion where they're waiving all of their revenue for the bands. So definitely spend some cash on May 1st over Bandcamp and help some of these bands who aren't able to tour out. Last but not least, I want to give a shout out to Death Drive 90.5 over at University of South Carolina in Columbia. It's a death metal focused show that's run through the university there. The host is one of my oldest friends. He and I grew up together. We had shared, I don't know how much music back and forth together over the years. Some of it he hated, some of it I hated, some of it we both hated, but a lot of it we loved. Without him, I would not be into a lot of the bands that I'm into today, including the genre of death metal. His show covers everything from the early death metal scene to all of the new stuff, whether it's mellow death, technical death, brutal death, slam, grindcore, gore grind, porno grind. The guy covers all of it. So check Schuler out. You can follow him on Instagram at DeathDrive90.5. I will drop a link to his Instagram down below. That's all I got for this show, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, click subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.